So today I'm going to be trying some of the junk food that I used to eat as a kid back in the 80s, and most of this stuff I have not had in over 20 years, and so I'm pretty curious, is this stuff still going to taste good to me all these years later? Let's go find out. All right, so let's just jump right into trying these foods. Now, everything that we're gonna be eating today is stuff that I ate all the time as a kid, but most of this stuff I have not had in probably 20 plus years. I have my son here with me today trying these foods because most of this stuff he has never had. Now, we are going to start with snack cakes. You know, some of you had Tasty Cakes, some of you had Little Debbie's. For me, it was almost always Hostess. So that's what we're gonna be eating today. Now, the first thing I noticed is everything got a lot smaller. These Twinkies are definitely way smaller than they used to be. About 10 years ago or so, Hostess went out of business, but right away, another company bought them and Hostess came back. But when they did, there was a lot of changes that people noticed. Probably the biggest change was that everything got smaller and they got rid of a lot of stuff. They got rid of two of my favorites, Suzy Q's and Chocodiles. And what they really should do is bring back my absolute favorite Hostess product. I know you've heard me complain about this a lot. The raspberry powder filled donuts. Those were the best.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
I'm looking.
It's impossible.
Hostess has done the impossible, announcing new Hostess O's, the donut with flavored fillings all around.
Okay, all right, enough talk. Let's try these. Let's start with the Twinkies. You ready? Yeah. You've had a Twinkie before, right?
I have.
It's been a while, but okay. Here we go. You know, it hasn't been that long since I've had a Twinkie, actually. Maybe, I don't know, a few years. But I actually feel like the cream is not as good as it used to be. And there's not, I don't know if you can see that. There's not a lot of cream. Other than that, it tastes like a Twinkie. The taste hasn't really changed. Okay, let's move on to the Ding Dong. These also have gotten noticeably smaller, but probably the biggest change with these is they no longer wrap them in aluminum foil. This was a 2-pack, so it comes in a plastic pouch, but if you buy the box, it's no longer an aluminum foil. Obviously doesn't change the taste, but that's just how we all remember them from when we were kids. Okay, let's give it a try. This one definitely has more cream in it than the Twinkie did, a lot more, but I don't know, there's not a lot of taste. Are you getting that, or is it just me?
I think it's just you.
Like, it's not super chocolatey.
I guess. I taste the chocolate though.
I don't think they're not as good as I remember them. On to the fruit pie, which was one of Hostess' greatest things. The fruit pies and the pudding pies. They no longer make the pudding pies. They do still make the fruit pies. They are definitely smaller. They are still shaped like a little taco and have a nice frosting on them. They no longer come wrapped in the in like the paper type packet that they used to be in. They're now in a box. There is another company that makes them the exact same way that Hostess used to make them. I'm not really sure the name of the company, and I have not tried those, but they look the same. Pretty much tastes how I remember it. It said on the little box that it came in, it recommended heating it up in the microwave for 30 seconds or 10 seconds. 30 seconds would be way too hot. I did not do that. I'm just having it natural. And it actually isn't bad. I think out of the 3 Hostess things we had, this was the best. What do you think?
I really liked it. I didn't think I would like it that much.
Oh, because it's apple, because it's fruit, so you didn't think you'd like it?
It's probably not real fruit though. So,
out of the 3 things that we just had, which one was the best?
probably that. Yeah, sure. It's pretty good.
Look at that. Okay.
First time having it.
Oh, I didn't realize his first time having a Hostess fruit pie, and that was his favorite out of the three. So, yeah, I don't think I need Hostess snack cakes anymore in my life. But if I were to have a Hostess product, it would probably be a fruit pie. Now, if they bring back those jelly donuts, that's a whole different story. This next thing that we're about to try is probably the thing that I ate most as a kid. I mean, I am not kidding. This is something that my brother and I were addicted to. I mean, there's videos of my brother and I just sitting around eating this, and I'm talking about Fritos bean dip in a can. I have not had this though in almost 20 years. I don't know how I feel about this. Of course, if you're going to have Fritos bean dip, you got to have a bag of Fritos. Now, this is a normal size bag of Fritos now, and this was almost $6. This is definitely much smaller than a bag of Fritos used to be and much more expensive. But all right, let's bust open this can of bean dip. Peel this off. It's got this little pop top here. Make sure it pops for freshness. Oh, yep. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I ate this stuff so much, but this does not look or smell good to me anymore. But we're going to give it a try. Maybe you should go first.
Because I've never had it?
Yeah. Let's have you go first.
Okay.
Get a good one. Okay, there you go.
It's not bad. It tastes like beans.
Okay, all right.
I like it.
Yeah, actually, that tastes exactly how I remember it. It's absolutely delicious. I guess I just shouldn't let the look and the odor throw me off. Oh man, that's good. You got to load it up like that. Oh no, I can't stop eating bean dip. Okay, last one. And then we'll move on to something else. Boy, does this bring back memories.
You said last one.
Mind your own business.
Okay.
All right, this next one is another one that I had on almost a daily basis. It is a Celeste Pizza. It's a little individual pizza, and I'm not kidding. I had these definitely in the late 80s. I would always make myself a pizza, especially in the summer, every day for lunch, and then we would pour Ruffles on top of it and like crunch them up, and that's how we ate it. My favorite was the pepperoni, and they used like full circle pepperonis, and they were delicious. And for some odd reason, one day they just decided to change to little cubes of pepperoni, and that was it for me. I did not like it. It changed the taste. It changed everything about it, and that was the last time I ever had a Celeste pizza. But I'm going to be trying one today. It's just a cheese pizza because I am a vegetarian now, and so I don't have to worry about the little cubes of pepperoni anymore. My wife is cooking us the pizza right now, and it should be ready here in a minute. And so while she's doing that, I'll tell you that another thing that I completely lived on as a kid was soda. I drank more soda than any one person should. Mostly Coke was like the main thing in my house, but I also drank Pepsi. And the weird thing is my favorite soda is root beer. So I don't know why I mostly drink Coke and Pepsi, but I drink root beer, 7-Up, Sprite, orange soda, you name it, I drank it. Now, I stopped drinking soda about 10 years ago. I still have a soda every once in a while. Like maybe once a year, I'll have a root beer or an orange soda. But for the most part, I do not drink soda. And so for the most part, my son does not drink soda either. He has tried a few different things. You've had Coke, right? Mm-hmm. So he's had Coke, but he's never had Pepsi. So I decided to get some Pepsi for today, and we're going to have that with our pizza. So here we go. There we go. The Celeste Pizza and a Pepsi, just like I'm 10 years old again. You ready? Go ahead, grab a slice. I don't like it at all.
Kind of bready.
Yeah, it's like really mushy. Why is the cheese like that? Like, I don't know if I can show. Like, do you see how the cheese? It isn't like gooey, like it doesn't stretch like cheese. It's like a paste. It's like a cheese paste. I don't know why it's like that. Let me try this piece. I don't know why it would be any different. I don't like that at all. I guess my son does. He's going in for another one.
Oh,
This is not how I remember it tasting at all. Well, actually, the flavor is similar to how I remember it tasting, but the chewiness of the dough and like how I said the cheese is like a paste. Sorry, look, that's gross.
this one's hard.
Oh, don't eat it. That's gross. Okay, wash it down with some Pepsi. So here we go. My son's first time trying Pepsi. Here we go. Ready? Opinion?
Good. It's a soda.
He doesn't get very excited about things unless it's like chocolate cake or Weird Al,
It's a soda.
I guess. You know what's strange? Whenever I have cola now, it all tastes like diet to me. Like this is how I remember diet soda tasting. It's not very good. I don't really miss soda. I think the only soda that I still really enjoy is root beer. You know what we should do? In another video, we should do the Pepsi challenge. You know about that, right? Since he is not a big soda drinker, we'll do Coke and Pepsi and see if he can tell the difference and which one he likes better. Yeah, not a fan. So far, out of everything we've had, the only two things that I've been a fan of is the Hostess apple fruit pie and the bean dip. All right, Pop-Tarts. Pretty simple, pretty basic. Have you had a Pop-Tart?
Yeah, a few years ago.
Oh, well, then this really isn't that special because I've definitely had Pop-Tarts. He's had Pop-Tarts. Lots of different Pop-Tarts you can get nowadays, you know, pumpkin spice and s'mores and everything. I just went with the basic strawberry Pop-Tart, but of course with the frosting and the sprinkles. Now, of course, you can just eat these right out of the package or you can heat them up. It also says now on the box you can freeze them. I guess that's a thing that people do now. It says to put them in the freezer and enjoy the frosty goodness. I don't know what that's about. I don't have a traditional toaster anymore, so we threw this in the toaster oven for a little bit just to get it a little warm. I feel like they're thinner. Maybe it's just my imagination. I feel like they're thinner and don't have as much filling. I remember them being a little thicker, with the filling being a little gooier.
Tastes the strawberry more than the frosting.
That's true. I think what I've found with doing this, I know you won't agree, you won't understand, and I get that. Like, this is all the junk food that I grew up eating. And now that I go back and I eat it as an adult, like, it's fine. The Pop-Tart tastes fine. The Twinkie tasted fine. I think if I was going to put all that sugar and all those calories into my body, I'd rather go to a real bakery and like get a chocolate cake or get like a fresh baked eclair rather than, you know, wasting it on a Pop-Tart. But that's just me. I mean, again, when I was a kid, this did the trick. And last but definitely not least, another one that is very, very near and dear to my heart, chicken in a biscuit. This is another one that my brother and I ate constantly when we were kids. If you don't know what this is, it's a cracker that is supposed to taste like chicken. It's got this seasoning on it that's supposed to taste like chicken. I never thought it tasted like chicken. It's just a really good seasoning. Of course, with the spray cheese on top, or easy cheese, or Cheese Whiz. It's got a bunch of different names, but you got to have that. So I got a can of that as well. And I'll tell you one thing that changed as far as the chicken and a biscuit and the spray cheese goes, the price. That spray cheese was $7 for a can. I mean, that's ridiculous. I haven't bought that stuff in a long time, but if you would have asked me, I would have guessed like maybe $2.99. But yeah, we ate chicken and a biscuit so much. As a matter of fact, we ate it so much that when my dad passed away, my brother came over to the house the next day, and he came in, gave me a hug and everything, and he had a grocery bag with him, and he gave me a little smile, and he said, "I brought comfort food." And he pulled out a box of chicken and a biscuit, a can of easy cheese, a bag of Fritos, and a thing of bean dip. So that was our comfort food. And I think that was the last time I had all four of those things, I think. All right, here we go. Chicken and a biscuit. This is definitely your first time having chicken and a biscuit. Also your first time having spray cheese? Mm-hmm. Okay. We gave you one cracker without cheese. Why don't you go ahead and try that?
All right. Yeah. It's good.
Okay.
Pretty
so
good.
Like on a scale of good, like Ritz cracker is what? From 1 to 10?
6.
And what is this?
Like a 8 or 9.
Wow, almost a 10. Okay, let's go. Easy cheese.
All right.
Oh my God. This, out of everything we ate today, 100% this is the best. Oh my gosh. Bean dip was second, but like I said, it was a little, the smell and the look of it. But oh man.
No, it's even better with the cheese.
Yeah, I should have had one without the cheese. Now you all just have to sit here and watch me. And like magic, now I have one without. I should have cleansed my palate. It's already stained with the easy cheese. But oh yeah, that seasoning. Which I guess technically, now that I'm vegetarian, I've said this before, I became vegetarian about 10 years ago because of stomach issues, and then it kind of just turned into a thing. I guess since I'm vegetarian, I shouldn't be eating chicken and a biscuit, but I'm pretty sure this isn't actually made with chicken. I think it's made by chickens, so I think it's fine. All right, so that's it. Trying foods from my childhood that I haven't had in a long time. Like I said, chicken and a biscuit was definitely number one. The bean dip and Fritos was number 2. Everything else I could do without. Definitely the Celeste pizzas. Those were gross. Out of everything we had, that was the only one that was disgusting. Seriously, that cheese was like putty. It was just not good. All right, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.